Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dimas Fadhlurrohman Putra Rahadi, and today we'll be discussing about Southern Europe. This is the map of Southern Europe. Geography of Southern Europe. Southern Europe is the southern region of the European continent. This region is also often referred to as Mediterranean Europe. This is because the location of the countries of the southern European region borders the Mediterranean Sea. The following are countries located in southern Europe: Albania, Andorra, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Italy, Kosovo, Montenegro, Monaco, North Macedonia, Portugal, Romania, San Marino, Serbia, Slovenia, Spain, and Vatican City. Yeah. Southern Europe is focused on three peninsulas, namely the Iberian Peninsula, the Italian Peninsula, and the Balkan Peninsula. The three peninsulas are separated from the rest of Europe because there are high mountains that serve as border for southern Europe. The mountains are called Pyrenees Mountains, the Alps, and the Balkans. The story of southern Europe. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 was triggered by the rise of nationalism in Southern Europe, when the Great Powers sided with the Allies by defeating the Central Powers in 1918. During the Paris Peace Conference, the four major powers at the time imposed their term in a series of agreements, most notably the Treaty of Versailles. The Nazi regime, under Adolf Hitler, came to power in 1933 and along with Mussolini Italy sought to take control of the continent through the Second World War. Following the Allied victory in the Second World War, Europe was divided by the Iron Curtain. Countries in Southeast Europe were dominated by the Soviet Union and became the communist state. Other non-communist Southern European countries joined the US-led military alliance or NATO and formed the European Economic Community among themselves. Countries within the Soviet sphere of influence joined a military alliance known as the Warsaw Pact and an economic bloc called Comecon. Yugoslavia was neutral. Common attribute of Eastern countries was that they all had experience of socialism, but nevertheless, early 90s were much the same. They are non-exist. The story of Southern, for some of them become self-sufficient was the main challenge, while others had to face the poverty and dictatorship as well, economically parallel to political change and the transition to democracy. As a state of law, the previous common economy was transferred through legislation into market economy and regulated for updated demand macroeconomic factor, budget rules, national audit, national currency, central bank. Generally, they immediately faced the following problem: high inflation, high unemployment, low economic growth, and high government debt. Between this economy stabilized, and sooner or later, between 2004 and 2014, some of them joined the European Union and Slovenia introduced the euro. Culture of Southern Europe. Southern people, such as Italy, values their food very much. They have a variety of foods that and are more adventurous in their use of spices. Pizza, spaghetti, tiramisu, and gelato are popular Italian cuisine around the world. This rich food culture is due to the suitable climate for growing greater variety of food and herb in Southern Europe and around the Mediterranean Sea. The countries of Southern Europe are mostly Catholic Christian, which is not strange because the center of Catholic Christianity is the Vatican, which is located in Southern Europe. Language spoken in Southern European countries have Latin roots. Political dynamic of Southern Europe. Southern Europe has various countries and form of governments such as Spain, which has a constitutional monarchy, form of government, Portugal, which is a semi-presidential republic, the Vatican, which is an absolute theocracy, and the Balkan country, which were originally one country, Yugoslavia, the unifying state of the Slavic people of the Balkans, was the early form of state on the Balkan Peninsula. Yugoslavia had to disband after the Yugoslav Wars that took place from 1991 to 2001. The unifying country of the Slavic people broke into several small countries. The most recent independent country in the southern European region is Kosovo, which became independent in 2008. The European Union, or EU, is a political economic union of 27 member states that are located primarily in Europe. The union has a total area of 4,233,025 55.3 kilometer per square, and an estimated total population of about 447 million. An internal single market has been established through a standardized system of law that apply in all member states in those matters. Not only those matters where the state have agreed to act as one. EU policy aims to ensure the free movement of people, goods, uh, good service and capital within the internal market, enact legislation in justice and home affairs, and maintain common policies on trade, agriculture, fishery, and regional development. Passport control have been abolished for travel within the Schengen area. The Eurozone is the monetary union established in 1999, coming into full force in 2002. There is composed of 19 EU member states that use the euro currency. The EU has often been described as sui generis political entity, or without precedent or comparison, with the characteristic of either a federation or confederation. Italy, Spain, Portugal, Malta, Serbia, or non Serbia, I'm sorry, Malta, Croatia, Greece are countries in Southern Europe that are members of the European Union. So with this explanation, it can be concluded that the Southern European region is pro-Western. This is because countries in Southern Europe are members of the European Union and NATO. Thank you very much for listening, and Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.